What's going on, guys? H-Dub here, back with another free-to-play update for you guys. Also going to be going through some tips that I think could help beginners. I just want to look through the game, look at everything in the game, and make some comments on it that might help you guys if you're in the early game, just starting out week 1, week 2, even week 4. I faced a lot of teams in Arena recently, and I could tell they've already got their Hiker tune. They've been playing the game for at least a month. But their speed tunes are all off. The team just aren't really calibrated to be effective. The gearing is all off. And for me to be at login day 8, I should not be destroying these teams in Silver 2 as I have, but I have. So I just want to go through a few things, give some quick tips. But first, let's go ahead and just do this free-to-play update. So we are on login day 9 at the moment. We've been pushing the Arbiter missions. As you can see, I said that in my last video. I was stuck on 33 at the moment. Well, at that moment, because I had got ahead of myself, which I always encourage people not to do, is to get ahead in this game, because you'll have to go back and do things over where you could have like just waited a couple hours and you possibly could have completed it. So I was stuck on the mission where you had to ascend a champion to 5 stars. I had already ascended my kill to 5 stars because I was in a rush to complete the brutal campaign, which we did on day 7. I did post a community post just letting people know that we did get it done. We were working on it a lot last stream, but now we are at 39 of 75. So we are working our way up very diligently. I'm working here in the minnow, getting some more masteries on people, and things are going pretty well. I've already gotten full masteries on Kale, as well as full masteries on Mountain King day 9, because you do get enough gems from in-game rewards if you are playing efficiently and diligently to get masteries on 2 champs. Granted, they don't have tier 6 masteries because they are not 6-star, but they do have enough masteries to help me progress in Arena and progress through the campaign. Let's just take a look at where we are in the campaign. So I am able to farm brutal 12-3, farming some food, been leveling some food up with this Kale at 50. Once he gets the T6 mastery, we get him to 6-star. He's gonna be doing it no problem, very easily. Right now it's a bit slow, but I am able to farm, and so I'm happy with that. We completed the brutal campaign. Oh, sorry, this is hard. We completed the brutal campaign, so this is brutal. Let me move my camera. This is brutal here. We completed it 3-star. We 3-star hard. Obviously, we 3-star normal, and we are doing this, guys, by day 7. This was login day 7 where we completed brutal. So we had just gotten simple. Yeah, and we've been making great progress. You can too if you're just efficient and diligent with the game and you spend time with it, because we know everything in this game takes time. It's gonna take time unless you're swiping that card. As far as the dungeons go, haven't been making a ridiculous amount of progress in the dungeons, just because I've been trying to keep focused with the missions as well, not try to burn too much energy. But I ended up burning a lot more than I wanted, trying to complete mission 33 on part 2 of the Arbiter missions, only because I got ahead of myself. I ended up spending somewhere around maybe 700 to 1,000 energy just in the potion keeps, trying to push the potion keeps up. I was here in the force keep, which can be difficult early game because all of the starter champions are magic affinity, but I did push it up. We luckily do have the Mountain King, so I was able to get up to stage 12, and while the runs were slow, we're obviously getting better drops. I needed to ascend a second champion to 5 stars because I had already done Kale, so I ascended Burangiri. We sacrificed some trash epics, leveled up a couple other rares that we could get rid of to make him 5 stars. He is an awesome champion. I've also tossed a few books on him, make sure I have a little bit of accuracy, not amazing accuracy by far, but for day 9, I'm happy with this. So yeah, got Burengiri, ascended to 5 stars. Took a lot of my energy. So guys, energy is very precious. We all know that, especially if you're not willing to spend. I'm probably gonna say that a lot. You're gonna want to be efficient and take your time and definitely read ahead and see what you have to look forward to and what you have to complete. So one thing that I definitely like to do is always just look at what missions are coming to see what I need to be working towards, even if I need to take notes so I remember something, or remember to write down when a keep is opening, because I'm not constantly looking at the game. Yeah, you wanna be taking these tabs if you're taking this game serious. If you're just having fun with it, it's whatever. Have fun, do you, but know that it can get very frustrating, especially when you're just trying to have fun and then you get ahead of something and you have to go back and do it. A lot of the missions are retroactive now. I was just speaking with Time about it. Time Stopper, quick plug. If you guys don't know Time Stopper, you need to go check out his YouTube, check out his Twitch. Great streamer, great content creator, always dropping that knowledge for you guys. But yeah, so the missions to fuse certain champions, they weren't retroactive at first. So if you did fuse Justiciar or Rosin prematurely before, you were not able to claim that. You would have had to go back and do it again, but that is not the case anymore. I was just told that if you do it ahead of time now, you'll be good, which is great. I'm glad they switched that up. They should do a lot in this game. Actually, it should change a lot of things. There are a lot of things I don't like about the game, but I think there are more things that I enjoy about the game, which is why I'm still playing after 2 years. But yeah, that's the free-to-play update. We yeeted some shards on stream the other day. It was kind of depressing. I won't show you guys that. I cried a little bit inside, crying a lot of blue tears. We yeeted it was around 11 ancients, 2 sacred shards. Didn't really get anything useful other than food. I guess food, chickens are always useful if you need to level something up, so you can level up and rank up a champion that you really want to use. So I guess you got to look at the glass half full sometimes in this game. Everything is a resource, so I guess you got to take advantage when you get what the game gives you, because the game doesn't always give you what you want. The game's gonna give you what it wants to give you. So yep, that's the free to play update. Still in Silver 2, doing fine in Silver 2. Nobody's hitting my defense. Nobody's hitting my defense at the moment, which is kind of sad because I can't complete this arena challenge unless somebody hits my defense and loses. But no one's hitting it at the moment. I don't plan on yeeting any more shards for a minute unless it is a 2x opportunity, just because I don't want to be, as disappointed as I was a few nights ago when I pulled all those shards. Granted, I did get Mountain King on my 3rd ancient on day 1, so I guess I can't be too picky, but still, I don't want to be disappointed. So I'm gonna be saving up shards. I'm gonna be working on the champs. I'm gonna be leveling up what I have and trying to be more efficient. But just some quick tips. Well, maybe not too quick. I actually want to go through things and just kind of look at things, because a lot of people, when they hop in, this game has a lot of different moving parts. There are a lot of things on the screen when you first hop into the game. Obviously picking the starter champion, is a gamble if you don't know anything about the game, or you're not a real gamer. You hop on mobile, you play on the phone. You can't see the champion's skills. You just see how they look. You see the fact that Gaelic is advertised a lot. Something that maybe you can take heed to is the fact that Kale is the one killing the wave when you are moving through that intro video or what have you before you pick your champ. So maybe that's a sign that you should be picking Kale. Elhain gets eaten even though she's probably the 2nd best. Maybe her and Aethel are tied. They both are great, honestly, but I prefer Aethel for early game progression just because of what she brings for campaign farming and arena. But we all know Kale is the star. So you wanna get good progress early, you gotta go with Kale because he's gonna give you that damage you need all around, as well as clan boss. So definitely pick Kale if you're starting. But a lot of moving parts in this game, guys, so we're gonna go through, click on everything in the home screen, talk about it briefly. I'm trying not to be long-winded about it, so bear with me. But this is geared towards people who are just starting the game. If you're in a very early game, I just want to drop some gems. So let's just start on the left here. Obviously, avatar, you can click on your avatar, you can change your avatar. They require you to do that for an achievement at the beginning. Yeah, you can change your name here as well. You get more avatars based on progression in the game. They need to bring the battle pass back. The battle pass was freaking amazing. I wish they would bring it back. They said they would, but no battle pass. We have not seen it. Obviously, on the left side here, we've got the daily login rewards, which is going to pop up automatically. New player rewards, which you'll stop getting after 14 days, I believe. Your progression rewards, which are going to stop once you get to level 100. Promo codes, which come out at this rate. I think we've been getting a solid like one a month, maybe. One a month for the past few months. So definitely keep up with the promo codes that get put out. And the news, which I've noticed in the early game is very bugged. I've been getting like every time I log in, the news has a red dot and it's telling me about older stuff. So I think it's just about caught up. It's just about caught up, yeah, because we're finally at 2022. But it was a bit annoying. If you started a new account, the news they're gonna give you all the news from like the past year and a half, which is rather annoying. So also on the left side, referral program, you can get a referral link, send it to your friend and get these rewards. Or if you want to start another alt account or a sub account, what have you, you can get some more rewards for your account by completing and pushing your XP up to a certain level, which is cool. I've done it before. We got the gem mine, which I have not unlocked, and some people advocate for you to unlock the gem mine early, but no, I don't. I think you should get the masteries on your starter champion and get masteries on your next best champion, or save them for a champion that will benefit you over time before unlocking the gem mine. You don't need the gem mine, all right? It's a great resource, but you don't need it. Obviously, the shop, we have packs and whatnot. You got the gem shop. I feel like I don't need to talk about the shop too much. These packs, you know, in the early game, they might be enticing because you're like, oh, $9.99, a void shard, a 5-star chicken, not bad, But no, you should be checking offers on Discord. You should be using offer calculator if you want to do it yourself. Calculate the deals to see if it is really going to be beneficial for your account. Unless money is not an object for you and you can go in and just, you know, progress pretty fast, and go in and do you by all means. But if you're trying to do this efficiently, if you are on a budget or you are concerned about in-game spending, then I encourage you to go on Discord. Smiley puts out raid offers. My boy Time Stopper puts out raid offers. No, there are a lot of people. Chosen puts out raid offers, you know, just so you can check out the packs and see what's worth it and what is not, because they have different offers at all times. Some are going to be better than others. Some are going to be, you know, trash, and you should not buy them. Unless you're a whale, of course, money is not an object, and then do what you want. But so that's the whole left side. Then we'll hop into the missions. Feel like I've spoke about the missions a lot. Definitely look ahead, see what you got coming up, see how you can plan your account, plan your energy out, plan your gems out, plan your resources out, so that you can progress through these fast. I see a lot of accounts where people are taking forever to get the Arbiter. I plan on getting Arbiter as fast as I can, so I will be going through every mission, looking at every mission, looking ahead, trying to be very efficient. Quests, obviously, we get the daily, weekly, monthly, and advanced quests once you get to level 35. You want to be completing your dailies, because working towards that monthly quest, getting that sacred shard and that void shard is very important. Also getting these ancients weekly, very important for helping you progress so you can get champions that will actually help your account. If you do not pull shards, you will not get great champs. The login champs and the free champs that we get, they're okay. Ninja is no more for newer players. If you're just starting out, you won't be able to get ninja as of right now, or at least I haven't heard news. Please tell me in the comments if there's a way, or somebody has announced we can get ninja. Let me know, because I'm trying to get a freaking ninja bad if there's a way, but I don't think there is. But you want to be completing these dailies. They don't take that much time to complete. You just gotta go in, knock them out, fight an arena, summon 3 champs, increase champs level at the tavern, make 4 artifact or accessory attempts, beat a campaign boss 3 times, use 50 energy, and purchase an item at the market. And it doesn't take all day. And these things give you XP to level up your player level, which will help you to get your progression reward, right? Which you want to be getting. You want to be getting these progression rewards. So you want to be getting your XP. Now, challenges, not that important. They do give you some books and a couple shards, which are going to be useful, but you do get a significant amount of books and shards from the missions, which I would say are more efficient to complete for any account. Completing the missions is always going to be more beneficial than completing the challenges. The challenges do stop after you get to part 5 there, part 10 here, part 5 here, part 3 here. So you can complete these at any time and get these resources if you feel like it's worth it. But the resources that they give you from the challenges aren't great, so I wouldn't make it a priority. As far as the market goes, the market is going to cost you to unlock everything. The only time I would say you need to start actually opening these things up is if you see something that could potentially benefit your account and you have the resources to unlock them. So until I see an ancient shard hiding down here somewhere, I'm not going to be unlocking these. There's no champion or gear that I would need to come here to get to unlock these yet. But once I start seeing ancient shards hiding down here, that is when I am going to consider unlocking the rest of the market. Like for where I am at day 9, I don't want to spend my resources on that. I'm going to go in, I'm going to get my 1 mystery shard for my daily quest, and then I'm probably not looking at the market. You know, it does refresh every hour, so you do have new stuff in here every hour. We do get, I believe, 4 ancient shards in the market every month. So definitely want to be checking the market to see when your ancient shard is going to pop up. The forge, which you're not going to get until you progress a bit. I'm not sure the exact level. It could be like 30. I think the forge might open at like 30, but you have to do faction wars or doom tower to get forge materials. These core hammers you have to get from tournaments and events, so not that easy to get. But the materials here you got to acquire from faction wars to actually create these pieces. Perception set is an amazing set, which I encourage you to try to get materials so that you can craft perception sets. Resilience can be useful if you get good substats, but resilience set is honestly pretty underwhelming. I kind of wish that this HP percentage and defense percentage was at least 15%, maybe even 18%. I know 20% could be asking for a lot, but considering you're not getting anything else, you're not getting speed, you're not getting resist with it. No, it's a pretty underwhelming set. The rest of these you do have to be doing Doom Tower bosses to get, if you did not know that. But the forge is a great resource, and because spending 10,000 silver to get a piece of gear that you can instantly sell if it is trash does give you more silver than you started out with in the first place when you went in. So the forge definitely an option. Some people like to call it the silver forge. Yeah, great option. Obviously your clan is going to be very important. I just put my free to play in a new clan because I want to be able to get max chests from clan boss. I was in a random clan before. Someone hit me on YouTube, so shout out to you, bro, for reaching out and saying, hey man, we got space in this clan if you want to hop in. So appreciate you for sure. Clan is going to be important though, and you have these clan quests which you can complete weekly. They're going to reset every Tuesday, I believe, which will give you some gold, clan gold, right, which you can spend to get things. You want to be getting these Yannicka frags. You want to push up so you can get these Yannicka frags, because that's going to be a legendary champion who you won't have to pull, and if you pull, you'll have a dupe of, which will help your faction guardian, which is very, 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 very useful. She's also a great champion, so definitely don't miss out on that. Let's keep moving. The index, don't have to tell you about the index. This is where you're going to be able to see every champion that you have pulled or could potentially pull. When a champion has been pulled, they'll have a red dot, and then they will not be hidden anymore. So you'll be able to see everything that you pulled. Not going to speak on that too much. Now the tavern, obviously Arbiter is also telling you all of these things, but she's not going to tell you everything I'm going to tell you. You can upgrade levels with brews. It's going to cost you silver. Obviously, this is the only place you can come to rank up champions. That's going to cost you silver. Upgrade skills. That's going to cost you silver. And ascend champions, which means to have their stars turn purple, going to cost you silver. It's also going to improve their stats, which is very useful. I encourage you to ascend champions that you are going to be using. Also, ascending them during champion training events can get you points, and CVC ascending legendary champions can get you a great amount of points, especially if they're 6-star. 6-star ascension gets you a lot of points. As far as upgrading skill goes, only use legendary tomes on legendary champions. Do not use this legendary tome on an epic or a rare champion. Use epic tomes on epic champions and rare tomes on rare champions. If you use the epic tome on a rare champion, you're probably spending, and you can go ahead and get more epic tomes for your epic champions. But I don't encourage you to spend greater tomes on lesser champions. That is not efficient. I don't even think the whales do it unless it's a dire situation, which they rarely run into unless there are no packs available. Moving on to your champions, right? Obviously, you'll be able to see all your champions here. You can sort by rank, level, rarity, affinity, faction, or recently used, right? So obviously rank is how many, so if they're 5 stars, 4 stars, 3 stars, it's going to sort by that. Level, obviously you know the level here. Rarity is going to be legendary, epic, rare, uncommon, common, and affinity is going to be force, magic, spirit, or void, right? Obviously this is the affinity here, so you see force is red. We don't have any voids, so voids are usually at the top. Magic is blue, spirit is green, right? Artifacts, these are your artifacts here. Artifacts are very important. Another important thing though, that's probably actually more important, is when you pull a champion or you're looking at your champions, you need to know what your champion is there for. What are they used for? What are they going to do to contribute to the team? This game is about teams, mostly comps, right? How you put people together. If you don't use them efficiently, your teams are probably going to be flopping, right? So here is going to tell you what type of champion it is. So we have Mountain King, he's an attack type champion, right? Burngary, defense type champion. Oathbound, defense. Missionary, whatever his name is, HP, right? Attack, defense. We don't have any support here, do we? Can't even show you a support champ. Boom, here we go. She's a support champ, right? So if you use your better judgment, I'm sure you can decipher what that means, right? But also looking at the skills to see what the skills do and see what they do damage based on is very important if you do not know that already, and it's going to help you tremendously with gearing your champion, right? So a champion who does damage based on attack is going to want stats or gear that give them stats with more attack, right? A champion who is defense based and does damage based on defense, you're going to want more defensive stats on them. So you're not going to want to put gear on them that has attack percentage as the main stat, right? You don't want attack percentage glove. You don't want attack percentage chest. You don't want attack percentage boot. Primarily, you're gonna want speed primary boot on everyone. And if you don't know what I mean by primary, that is the primary stat, which is in bold, right? Each piece of gear has a primary stat, which is going to be in bold, and then substats, right, which are going to be down here, which you can roll based on the rarity of the gear, right? Common gear, you can't get any rolls on the substats. Uncommon gear, you can get 1 roll. Rare gear, you can get 2 rolls. Epic gear, you can get 3, and legendary gear, you can get 4 rolls. And what I mean by rolls is here, you see how that's a 1, that's a 1. We got 2 in the speed here. These are the rolls: 2 in the speed, 1 in the crit damage. This is an epic piece, 4-star, kind of underwhelming, but we are on day 9, and this is what we have to work with, you know. And based on the rank of the gear, it's also going to have a certain roll that it can give you, right? So for example, speed, if you watch any videos telling you about gear, or if you haven't already, right, you have minimum and maximum rolls that you can get for every stat, right? Every substat and primary stat as well. So obviously 6-star gear is gonna give you the most out of your primary stat and your rolls that you can get, right? So speed, for instance, if you have a 6-star speed piece, you're gonna want it to have, a 6-star piece with speed as a substat, you're gonna want it to have a 6 base speed, right? I probably don't have one at all right now from where I am. I don't think I have any 6-star gear actually. A 5 is not bad, but you're already looking at -1 when rolling, and you could roll another 5, which would already put you at -2, which is not great. But if it's all you have, then definitely take it. But you want to look for higher rolls. The same goes for flat stats. So here, this piece has 14 flat defense, right? On a 5-star piece, it would be higher. On a 6-star piece, it would be higher. Even on this 4-star piece, this could be higher. Without looking at the numbers right now, I don't know offhand if this is a lower or higher base for flat defense, but it's not great, right? 4-star gear, not amazing. You obviously want to be pushing for 5 and 6-star gear as soon as you can, and you only have to get to level 13 in the dungeons to do so. Moving on to the masteries. Masteries are going to help every champion. I already said earlier that I have max masteries bought with gems on 2 champions that I use to clear brutal campaign, and masteries are going to make a ton of difference, especially if your champion isn't booked. It's going to give you an edge definitely over your opponent, giving you more damage, giving you things that are going to be game changing for you in certain situations. The ability to counterattack, the ability to take less damage, the ability to get some heals, the ability to increase your shield, the ability to do things that you would not be able to do at all if you did not have the masteries. And if you're wondering why you're struggling in certain areas of the game, it's probably because you either don't have books, don't have masteries, or don't have books and masteries, which is god awful, because some champions you can get by without using that, but it's very rare, right? Very rare. Moving on though, accessories are different from artifacts. You'll get a mission in the advanced quest that requires you to level up an accessory to 4. That is not the same as leveling an artifact to 4. Also, accessories are more expensive to level up, and they also give you more silver if you sell them. So accessories, everybody loves to farm spider in the late game and in game, so that they can get that silver from the pieces that they aren't going to use. Spider is the best place in the game to get silver, especially if you're not using the raid card farming campaign. Spider is still going to be the best place to get silver. You can easily get 100,000, 150,000, think even up to like 180,000 for a solid 6-star legendary piece that you're not going to use. Now, a lot of people who do gear cleanses say that you should roll the gear before you sell it, but I think certain pieces you should definitely just sell off the top, especially if you look at the primary and the subs and the champions that you have, because everything that you do in this game should be based on the champions you have, not champions you want or champions you think you will get, because everything in this game is a gamble. So you should do things based off of tangible things that you already know and can control in this game. Otherwise, you will dig yourself into a hole that will be very hard to get out. You can see the total stats of your champ by clicking on this little eye right here. Now, as far as reviews for champions go, they have gotten better, but I wouldn't always pay attention to what the reviews say. Different champs can be used in unique ways, and people are always coming up with new ways to use champions in this game every day. So read the skills, read the entire kit, see how the champion works, see how they work with the other champions you have, and you might come up with something that other people have not. So don't always look at the reviews and go based on the reviews. They can be a great starting point, but I definitely encourage you to use a website like Hell Hades website. He has a tier list there. Chosen has a tier list. Ayumi Love has a tier list. A lot of people have tier lists. I think Mac Chan just put out an arena tier list. So definitely check out what other people who are actually playing the game have put out based on what they have been able to accomplish. These reviews can be skewed, by people who haven't even been playing the game that long and might have, got a champion and they just didn't work, so they gave them a bad review. Personally, I've never taken the time to review champions. I don't feel it's necessary. I just play the game. All right. Now, I did not mention factions. You will see the faction of each champion here on the left. It'll tell you which faction they belong to and where they're going to be used for you. Here, your playtime rewards, you'll get these every day. They're not that great. The energy, the one refill is decent, but everything else is kind of meh. All right, I guess the arena refill is useful if you need to level up stuff in your Great Hall and you're free to play. You're gonna get those extra tokens that you can use to get some more medals. So, give or take, right? Now, moving on, tournaments and events will be here, which you probably know because on day one, they're gonna be popping it in your face that a tournament has just begun or a tournament has just ended. They're gonna keep putting red dots here, even if it's not relevant, telling you, oh, there's a dragon tournament, or oh, the dragon tournament just ended, telling you where you placed. If you're not pushing the tournament, I feel like it's kind of annoying for them to keep, telling you, oh, this is happening, this is happening, this is not happening. I feel like you should be able to just check it out on your own. I think, yeah, you can click over here and just see it on your own. There's a timer there, so we don't need the constant reminder. Same with like the packs from the shop. They pop up constantly. It's actually rather annoying, and I think most people don't like it, especially if they're not spending. Moving on though. So when you click battle, you're gonna see here everywhere that you can go in the game to do stuff with your champions. All right, obviously we got campaign. If you're in the first few weeks of the game, you need to be trying to beat at least the brutal campaign so you can be farming up chickens. We got the dungeons, where you're going to be spending a lot of time because you're going to be getting good gear from dragon. Spend a lot of time in the dragon. Definitely get that speed gear, that accuracy gear. There are some great sets here that can help you out for sure. Toxic for your clan boss team. Avenging stalwart can be useful. Days set is trash. You can sell it all, honestly. Frost set, they've got a better set now. In the early game, you're not really going to be getting frostbite sets from Doom Tower, so definitely frost set. I mean, depending on the champion, could be useful, especially if you're building like a spider tank for the spider dungeon. The frost set could be useful. Destroy is only used on the scarab boss. Most people don't really use destroy anywhere else. Lifesteal is a great set early game, but it kind of drops off later in the game. Immortal Region is a much more reliable set because it doesn't require you to do damage to get heals. But Dragon is probably going to be where you need to live the first few months of the game. Ice Golem has some solid sets as well. Obviously, the Spider Dungeon is where you're going to be getting all of your accessories. Fire Knight has the most in-game sets, and that is where a lot of in-game players are farming. As you progress through the game though, you're gonna definitely want to go there and get some savage gear for your damage dealer champion. Savage is here at the bottom. We got stun, we got regen, frenzy, crit damage, shield set, immunity set. Curing is trash. You don't really need it unless you want to put it on a healer, but it's like you don't really need it. You don't really need it. You can get solid stats on other sets and that champion will still be as efficient. I wouldn't waste curing set on a champion just because you're like, oh, I need to cast more heals. No, you don't. You need to get more HP and defense on your other champions so they won't be dying as fast. And then you can actually put a useful set on that champion. Just saying. Rest of the dungeons, you have the keeps here, which you're gonna need to go to get potions so that you can ascend champions. Minotaur's Labyrinth, where you can come to get scrolls so that you can get masteries on your champions if you feel like farming scrolls. I usually don't feel like farming scrolls, and so I wait till I have 800. Once you have 800 gems, you can just go in and purchase full masteries for a champion by clicking here and getting max masteries for 800 gems. All right. Faction Wars is where you're going to be using faction specific champions. So in Dark Elves, you can only use Dark Elves. Demon Spawn, you can only use Demon Spawn, so forth and so on for the rest of the factions. And there are some great rewards that you can get here from Faction Wars. You want to be working your way up to that Lydia. In the early game, I don't know how beneficial it is to start prioritizing Faction Wars, because you don't want to be holding on to a lot of champions that you're not going to use. As you progress through the game, you will get better champions, and it is much easier to sacrifice a champion that you're not going to use for that long to progress a champion and rank up a champion that you're actually going to use. I hope that makes sense. I hope you adhere to my advice, because I got Lydia before they opened Shadowkins, and no, I did not prioritize Faction Wars early. Granted, I didn't do it free to play, but I did it very efficiently and light spent. But that's Faction Wars. Arena, obviously, you should know what Arena is. They require you to go for Arena early in the game for some of the missions and challenges. You have to go here. You have to set a defense first. You have to win a certain amount of battles, defeat a certain amount of enemies, get a certain amount of medals to rank something up in the Great Hall as well. So you should be very familiar with Arena. If you are not though, and how Arena works is whoever is fastest is going to take the first turn, right? So if your champions are slow, you might get destroyed unless you have built a go second team. Now, building a go second team in the early game can be difficult, especially if you don't have 6-star champions, because you can't put 3 accessories on them, and it's going to be difficult to get the stats from just using artifacts and a ring. Also, if you don't have masteries or you haven't booked the champions, also going to be a bit difficult. I encourage you to try to get as much speed as possible. Get that high Katoon at day 30 if you haven't already pulled something better, a better speed lead champion. And what I mean by a speed lead champion is a champion that has a speed aura. So, you know, we get high Katoon day 30. She is a barbarian champion. Where is she? Here she is. She has a speed aura, which increases all ally speed in all battles by 19%. You put her in lead as your first champion in Arena, and you'll be able to take advantage of that aura. If you do not put her in the lead, all your allies are not going to get that speed. I have Burn Gary and lead at the moment for the resist, just because resist has been helping me a lot in the early game, just so I don't get debuffed. I would take the HP, but I would much rather have the resist. I have been going first a lot because my Kale is significantly faster than a lot of the teams that I've been going against. He's 189 speed on day 9, which is actually pretty solid. I think my Mountain King is not too far behind. 163, yeah, so pretty far behind, but not bad, still not bad, right? So that is Arena. Tag Arena 3v3 is going to open at level 35. which you should take advantage of. It can be annoying having 12 solid champions with gear on in the early game. It is difficult because that requires at least decent gear. But if you can go in, get some of those wins, get you some gold bars that you can spend at the bazaar, you're going to want to start getting your Drexstar Blood Twin as soon as possible. And Drexstar Blood Twin is an amazing champion. He can help you progress a lot in the early game, especially if you want to do any progress in Doom Tower. He is great for most of the bosses. He can solo a lot of them as long as he has a way to heal, which will require you to either put him in lifesteal with masteries, of course, because if he doesn't have 100% crit, he's not going to do enough damage to heal reliably, which I recommend using regen or immortal sets. We get a lot of immortal set from the clan boss. You can get it almost every day, especially if you're doing higher level clan boss. You're going to get solid immortal sets that you can use. Regen set comes from the Fire Knight. Clan boss, as far as the clan boss goes, you're going to want to be in a good clan who is downing clan bosses. Now, the clan I'm currently in is solid. They are downing hard for now. I can't really hit hard efficiently. I'm only on day 9. I don't really have any good clan boss champs except Kale at the moment. Sanguinia is decent. She does have a continuous heal as well as a block debuffs, which could be useful. If I put her on 4-3, we can get that block debuffs before the clan boss does the stun and sustain a bit longer. But even still, these are not great champs to have in clan boss. I haven't pulled anything better yet, so for now it's just gonna be what it's gonna be. But this clan, they're solid for now, even though, because let's see, you need 11 mil for top chest. Okay, yeah, people are 3-keying hard, not really efficient. So honestly, at this level for this clan, they should be prioritizing knocking down easy and normal first and then hard, because as a clan everyone will be able to progress faster. We do have some people that are able to knock out hard, do some keys on brutal, but if you look at the chest, right, so the bottom chest on brutal is a knight chest, which is the one before the last here. Warrior chest is the bottom chest on hard. The top chest on easy though is also a warrior chest. Knight chest is the top chest on normal and almost the top chest on hard, so would probably be a bit more efficient if easy and normal were knocked down and then hard, TBH. But I do not run this clan, and so I'm not gonna, just come in and start telling them what they need to do. They obviously have a plan for what they're gonna do. Obviously Hydra opens at level 45, which if you're watching this video, you're in the early game, Hydra is not for you. Also, something else about clan boss, a lot of people say, hey, can you help me get a 1-key Ultra Nightmare, 1 to 2-key Ultra Nightmare, and they're not even 1-keying Nightmare. If you can't 1-key Nightmare, no takeover, unless you have a lot of money to just go in, yeet a bunch of shards, farm a whole bunch of gear within like a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe in a month of straight farming, right, is going to get you a 1-key, especially if you don't have max masteries. Everyone's not crit capped. It's going to be very difficult to do, and I suggest that you get in a clan that is at your level that can help you get the top chest, get 2 chests at the difficulty that is more suited for your account. But that is just me. That is how the clan that my main account is in operates, in our entire cluster for the horde. We have 20 clans, so we are very familiar with how to tackle the clan boss at every level of the game. But that is clan boss. Pretty much done here. We can wrap this up, guys. You got the inbox here. Which stuff is going to go to your inbox? You're going to get Those daily free packs are going to go to your inbox. Gear overflow, so if you're farming, you get more than 1,300 pieces, it's going to go to your inbox. If your champions are overflowing, they're going to go to your inbox. Things that you do not collect from events and tournaments are going to go to your inbox. If you do not collect login champs, they're going to go to your inbox. So that is if you log in the game but you don't click, like for instance on my main account, I wanted to see if not clicking on simple, he would go to the inbox, and he did go to the inbox. Unfortunately, it does already log that as a champ pulled, and you will not receive points for clicking on him in the inbox for an event or tournament or CVC, something like that. It won't work. So either way, you might as well just collect the champ. But hope these tips help people. Just dropping off some knowledge, some gems. If you watch this whole video, hope it helps you out. Also remember guys, we do have a giveaway going on. Check out the video before the last. We're giving away an awesome account right now. Actually, I can show the account to you guys really quickly. Just some of the champs that are on the account. This is not all the champs, but here are some of the champs. And it's 16 missions away from a second arbiter, so you will have 2 arbiters, but definitely solid champs here. Coronar, you got Folly, obviously Duchess, we got Beck, we got Fushan, Ninja, Alexander, right? Some great champs, right? And it's already doing a 2-key Ultra Nightmare using the budget unkillable clan boss comp. So solid account. If you want to enter, go check out the video I did. It's probably the video before my last one, and you'll be able to enter. All you have to do is comment keyword double arbiter and you'll be good. Also, to see about the weekly account takeover, the free weekly account takeover, which we announce every Sunday who the winner is. If you need account help, and we do that weekly on Thursdays, I do that account takeover on my live stream. So if you are in need of some extra help, or account takeover in any area of the game, besides really clan boss, I don't do a lot of clan boss help, but I will try to help you in the way that I can. But a lot of that knowledge is already on Deadwood's site, so you should be aware if you can hit those speeds, hit those stats that you need to create those comps. But I will assist you in any way that I can. So if you go look at the Solo Jizzo video, comment, all you have to do is comment Solo Jizzo to enter into the free weekly account takeover. Sorry I was babbling, sorry I stumbled over my words. I'm not cutting it out. But Solo Jizzo, guys, on the Solo Jizzo Scarab 100 takeover that I did, you can enter into the free account takeover. Also, insane giveaway. If you want to get that account with that arbiter, the double arbiter, and those other dope Legos, go in, comment on that video, the key phrase as well, so that you can enter. Until next time, guys, this has been H-Dub, and I have been blessed to speak to you all. Everybody be good and be well.